On today's episode of How to Tarot, our Corin asks for a love reading, and he wants to know about his companion who's no longer in his life. So we've done a classic Celtic cross spread, and here it is up here. We're going to just kind of break down the cards and see what they might mean. Our first card in the what covers him position is going to be the Knight of Swords, and it makes me think that this relationship, maybe you guys got into it in a very rushed fashion. Somebody was perhaps pushy about something or something like that. The next card we're going to be looking at is the Seven of Pentacles, kind of referring to what happened in the past. Well, the Pentacles represent finances often, but I think in this case it's probably referring to physical success. I think in the past you guys had quite a bit of Pentacles, and it was a good investment and hard work. But in a relationship reading, it can often mean that he just has so many Pentacles, and he's been at it for such a long time. It's just time for something new. He's ready to let it go, and he's kind of been dragging it out. The next card we're going to be looking at is in the what crosses him position, and it's going to be the reverse Two of Wands, which isn't fantastic. It makes me think that our Corinth's love interest was never future minded about this in the first place, that they were really just trying to pursue those pentacles. They're getting their pentacle on, and that's all there really is to that. The next card we're going to be looking at is in the future position, and it is the reversed Page of Cups. Now, this card sends a pretty clear message that this is all the other guy's fault. This has nothing to do with any kind of insecurities you might have. It's because he is immature and doubtful and closed off emotionally. The fact of the matter is that there has been a injustice done to both of you. My gut is telling me that you should probably just move on from this one. These two cards also point to the possibility that you were taking care of him financially, or perhaps he was taking care of you financially in some way that was imbalanced and possibly unhealthy. Let's just take a quick look. Yeah, overwhelmed, unstable. It wasn't a fantastic situation there. Now, there are two major arcana on this board, and I think they're here to tell you a very important lesson. We have the reverse justice, talking about how this is unfair. And we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is to tell you that this is fate. There is a chance element to this, but it's very much destiny. And I think it's here to teach you a very important lesson. Our last card in the what will come position talks about what's going to happen in the future, sure, but it's more like advice than it is actual fate. Let's take a look. We've got the reversed Ace of Cups, which every good tarot reader knows this one right off the top of their head. We're talking about love. I think the lesson here is that you got into that relationship for the pentacles. You were in it for physical satisfaction, you were in it for monetary satisfaction, something along those lines. And in the end, we get into relationships because we love, because you can't imagine what it's like to be in a world without that person, and you just gotta do whatever it takes to be with that person. Uh, that's where it comes from in the end. You'll find your special someone. Don't you worry. This wasn't it though. This was just a physical monetary kind of situation, but you're gonna find something that you can really get your cups involved one of these days. That wraps up our latest episode of How to Tarot. You can get your tarot readings turned into How to Tarot with Chuck Taylor videos, but I'm not sure why you would want to, because I've never ever delivered any good news to anyone. Y'all stay magical. Be good. Howtotarot.card.co. Chuck Taylor.